this afternoon. And what I wanted to do initially, I guess, is to let you know why we're here. This program is being put on by the NAACP. And the reason it's being sponsored by the NAACP is that they are declaring war on crime here in Fresno. And that's a very serious statement to take, because I know these young men that are here today, and the ladies that are here also, you have loved ones who you worry about, who might get involved in a drive-by shooting, who may get mugged or robbed, or their home broken into. And what has to happen is that we, as men, need to take our position and let it be known that we understand what it takes to protect ourselves, our families, and our community. Now, one of the things that is crucially important with us, with this particular slant on crime, that we understand that the family is the basic building block of society. The family is that entity, that unit, that transmits values, culture, norms, things that are indicative or let you know what is right and what is wrong. The problem that we're confronting today is our families are falling apart. This is a dilemma that is not only something that is common in the African American community, but throughout the entire United States and the world. And one of the reasons why families are falling apart, it's my humble contention, is that men are not doing what they're supposed to do. Young men such as yourselves don't always have the clear role models to teach them how to be men. We have a lot of things that we see on television, that allude to grandiose and what's cool, what's it, and all the rest of that. But those are not the things that exemplify manhood. And the first reality is that we must understand is that men must be taught how to be men. Now, ladies that are in the audience, I truly appreciate you being here. And I'm not slighting you with the bulk of this conversation, but it's like I feel that there's a necessity for me to address these young brothers so that they understand what their role is as a man, because it's only a man that can appreciate a woman for the greatness that she has within her and exalt her to the queen that she's supposed to be. So when we watch guys who try to superimpose their will physically on someone else, these are not the actions of a man. When we find adult males who go forth and talk about they've got a child over here and a child over there, and they're not taking care of the responsibilities, these are not men. Being 19, 21, 25, 30, or 40 years old, age does not a man make. We need to understand very clearly what it is to be a man. We need to understand very clearly that there are some very precise and succinct responsibilities that come in the midst of that. Now, the manhood training program is a program that instills a number of values. Now, values are like boundaries. They let us know how far we will go and how far we won't go. Values assist us in making decisions very rapidly, because our values tell us what's right and what's wrong. And what's important, what has happened to families here in America is that we've gotten away from the traditional values. We've gotten away from men spending time with their sons, their daughters, their wives, their families. We need to understand that if we are going to strengthen our community, if we're going to have a positive impact on the societies that we live in, we need to understand that we must be men. There's a call going out for the men. What needs to be understood? First and foremost, is that the African American community has had a number of problems that we've had to deal with. The Hispanic community, the Asian community, and various communities here in Fresno. Fresno is a very unique city in so much as that approximately 74% of the entire population is made up of minorities. Now, when you understand values, when you understand manhood, you don't have to have a very monolithic or singular view on what you will do and what you won't do, because a man is universal. Now, different cultures may have some different values from time to time, and values are important, but they're not to any major extreme. Now, we need to understand that a value, though it may change in time, it is not as transient as an opinion. When I say transient, I mean it won't change just as fast as an opinion will. The thing that we need to know, the thing that we need to be mindful of, is that men have got to assume the leadership roles that are necessary to, first of all, hold our families together, to secondly, hold our communities together, to hold our political structure as it stands today together, so that we are not being systematically and continuously overlooked. There's a call going out. We don't have discipline. Discipline means that there are things that you will do, things you won't do. Discipline means that when you don't feel like getting to go to school, you get up and go. Discipline means that when you don't feel like going to work, you get up and you go. Discipline. See, because discipline is going to manifest itself one way or the other in your life. If you have discipline, you'll then control your life. If you don't, you'll end up in the joint, and somebody else will tell you when to wake and go to sleep, when to eat. If you don't, poverty will be the disciplinarian of it. Worrying about if the lights going to get cut off, if you're going to have enough food to eat, if someone's going to be climbing through your window. Discipline. Principle number 8. 7. Principle number 7. A man must have the will to win. What's principle number 8?
Number 8, a man knows that the will to win means nothing without the will to prepare.
A man knows that the will to win means nothing without the will to prepare. Everybody's got dreams and aspirations. Everybody, you find people just laying around drinking a bottle of wine, talking about, yeah, I'm going to get a yacht and airplane one day. Dreams of grandeur. Wanting to win. The will to win means nothing without the will to prepare. Principle number 9.
Principle number 9, a man must know the difference between right and wrong.
Yes, sir. A man must know the difference between right and wrong. These are values. A man, we also said that a man must provide for his family. Okay, principle number 9 says you got to know the difference between right and wrong. There are some males who believe it's okay to sell dope. And the reason it's okay to sell dope is they're going to get money to give it to their family to pay the rent or to buy food. Well, first of all, understand this real plain and real simple, that selling dope is wrong. Selling dope to your brothers and your sisters and people that you know or don't know is wrong. And these are not the activities of a man. Just because you're all clad in gold and diamonds and for a minute on top, rest assured that an untimely demise is on its way. A man must know the difference between right and wrong. With principle number 9 now, principle number 10. A man must be willing to take the consequences for his actions. Taking the consequences, knowing full well I'm driving down the freeway and I'm doing 70 miles an hour. I know that the speed limit is 55. A car goes by me, whoosh, got to be doing 85. I'm doing 70 miles an hour. The police pull me over. Well, what are you pulling me over? Didn't you say a guy that would pass me? It's got nothing to do with it. I was wrong. I was wrong. No need in me crying about he stopped me because, you know, I'm a black man, or no need because he stopped me because he didn't like the car I was driving or the clothes I was wearing. A man must be willing to take the consequences for his actions. And if you understand what consequences are, you'll be more mindful of what actions you take. It's not hard. It's not easy being a man. But understand there's a call going out for the men. Principle 11. A man must not misuse his strength. That's right. Now when you have a situation with a man and he's married, and he's beating his wife, needlessly beating his kids, abusing his family, this is unnecessary. That's misuse of strength. A man does not misuse his strength. That's why I say, young men, that it takes a man to be able to hold a family together. It takes a man who's got that plan, who's working for something that's going to change our communities and change our lives. You've got to aspire to be men.
Is that us?
All right, I got it on tape.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, they living large. Okay, first of all, the reason that I want this class to come look at these homes is to let you know, first of all, that there are a lot of people that live this kind of lifestyle. And the people who've been going through this leadership class, there are a number of you that have displayed the traits, the abilities, and the attributes to live in this home and homes larger than this. But it's all about being focused. It's all about being, knowing what you want, setting your goals, just as we discussed, and doing things that will bring you towards achieving that goal. One thing everybody said when we made a list of those things that we'd be willing to die for, or those things that were very, very important to us, okay? And those things were, let's not go put hands on the wall, okay? One of those, something that everyone said, all right, was their family meant a lot to them, right? And if your family means a lot to you in an environment like this, please understand, young men, that if you have to go somewhere and you leave your wife and children at home, this is not a bad place to leave, going to work, all right? Ladies, if you've got children, your kids, you don't have to worry about any drive-by shootings, okay, in this neighborhood. The other thing is, rest assured, statistically speaking, that about 93% of all the people that live in this area and areas like this are registered voters. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at this house, okay? Just think about those things and understand there's nothing here that you can't get if you want it. Want to tell us about the house? What do you mean about the marble floors?
Right.
Okay, now guys, we're also still using the same principle of courtesy and respect. All right, we're listening when someone's talking.
Leo Wilson is the owner of all the lots on this property, Lake Van Ness, and this is just one of the model homes that he's got available right now. He's a spec builder, and what that means is he has customers ordering homes, this kind of homes, and they build it to suit their needs. Custom built home is what they call them. And that's an asking price, sales price for this home, and that's not including some other amenities that you would want to add on to it. So that was sub-zero.
Right, yeah, folks, this is what they call a sub-zero refrigerator. If this is a car, it would be a Rolls Royce. This is not a GE. What's that guy that sits on television who never goes out to fix the washing machine and the refrigerator?
Maytag?
Maytag. See, it's a whole nother game, man. It's a whole nother game. These are marble floors, imported probably, it appears to be Italian marble, okay, which is imported, right? You see, you come here, you figure you come home after a nice, a hard day.